people you work with, the people you care about, people you love. My job as president is to protect all Americans. So tonight, I'm announcing that the Department of Labor is developing an emergency rule to require all employers with 100 or more employees that together employ over 80 million workers to ensure their workforces are fully vaccinated or show a negative test at least once a week. Some of the biggest companies are already requiring this. United Airlines, Disney, Tyson's Food, and even Fox News. The bottom line, we're going to protect vaccinated workers from unvaccinated coworkers. We're going to reduce the spread of COVID-19 by increasing the share of the workforce that is.
Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. All praises to the world-caused God, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem meaning in the name, and Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. I also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the whole elect, preaching this word, believing, the few sisters that believe. My brother Tazabah in the Great Millstone, Arizona camp, well with another video to edify. You saw it, the devil speaking, right? He's pushing all this mandate and everything, sitting there saying we're going to protect the initiated from the uninitiated, So there's basically he's actually turning two sides against each other as well, because this media shit, this is just another one of his sorceries, his witchcraft. Hey, this is let me get something to back up that statement, man. This is Salakia. Isaiah 47. Pull this up in the blue letter. Isaiah 47 and 12. And he says, stand out with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. And America has been fully immersed in the labor of witchcraft and sorcery from its inception, right? They use the first, people don't even understand, like the first cartoons were used for propaganda. The first movies were all used for military propaganda to get the people behind them on whatever they were doing. And all those wars, all the fighting America's ever been in, it's never been for a just cause. They just, paint the image of it being just, and they paint everybody else with this broad evil brush, and paint themselves as an angel of light. The scriptures tell you, marvel not if Satan is turned into the angel of light, right? So now we're in the last days, and this devil is pulling up more of his enchantments, because let's go to that word enchantment, right? It says association, company, band, shared association, society, a magician, charmer, spell, right? And this is what the people are getting put on a spell on them all through this media, right? There's people that don't believe and stand by whatever the devil has to say, whatever, this government has to say. And those are the ones that usually don't want whatever this devil has to offer, right? You pull it up in the etymology. It's that word for enchantment in the etymology. It says 13th century enchantment. It says act of magical witchcraft, use of magic power, enchantment, magic spell, song, concert, chorus, bewitched, charm, enchanter. It says enchant, cast a magical spell upon into. It says a figurative sense of allurement. You see, and this is what they're doing. They're trying to make this alluring for the masses. So what? They're painting the two forces, right? And that's exactly what they're doing, man. So he's using all his wicked witchcraft, and the Lord's telling him to stand with those sorceries, which he's labored from his youth, because he's used the media and all this to push out his lies, his agenda, make everybody believe that he was doing something good. Remember the last big concoction that he tried to get everybody to put in their veins was the swine flu swine flu jab. And they were sitting there saying all these big celebrities came out and took it, but if you go into it and you look it up, all the celebrities that they said were getting it, all of those celebrities were asked after the fact, when all these people started getting those terrible neurological issues. They were sitting there telling, no, I never took it. I never gave them permission to use my name to promote it either. Right? So these devils have always used the TV and the sorcery. And look at this devil. Look at his mouth, man. Goddamn skin eater. You can't trust these devils, man. The number one way you know when an Edomite is lying is if they're fucking talking. And that is a true statement. That's exactly how you know when a so-called white man is lying, is when he's fucking talking. Right? It says, if so be, thou shalt be able to profit, and if so be, thou mayest prevail. Thou art worried in the multitude of thy counsels. Let the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. You see? So he's going to start leaning on that witchcraft. He's going to start leaning on that sorcery real tough. Pretty soon we're going to be demonized like the scriptures say. But, I digress. Let me go into some other scriptures. This is Isaiah 10:1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Now, it's an unrighteous decree for them to sit here and say that people that have had the natural immune systems that people have had for thousands of years, right? Many studies have, even studies recently out of Israel, I guess, been coming out where people who have gotten the shot are up to 8 times more likely to have a negative side, symptomatic responses to the current illness, right? Than those that just have their natural immune system, right? They're more likely to have adverse affections. They're more likely to have death and resulting in it. They're more likely to catch anything new. So who's the real person that's the problem? It's the ones that have gotten it because they're at a higher risk. Why are the ones who have gotten this so-called beneficial thing at a higher risk for worse shit? Right? You devils are unrighteous, man. And for you to sit here and put this edict out, hey, the scriptures tell you you're not supposed to make any cuttings in your flesh. So you're going against the commandment of the Lord and mandating that everybody got to do this. You see, this is nothing new. This is part of that new world order, because this is only gonna go further to, at one point, you're gonna sit here and have to take the MOB, the Rev 13 and 16, right? It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And what will you do in the day of visitation? So this devil's plotting and planning all this, but what you gonna do when the Lord come? You see, this devil's not accounting for the right hand, man. This devil's not accounting that the Lord is gonna require these things. The scriptures tell you, he said a queen and a no widow and shall see no sorrow. These devils don't lay it to the heart. Hey, I gotta get that. This is back in Isaiah 47, right? Hey, the Lord just want this chapter to come out, Isaiah 47, and I didn't have no precepts ready to I'm just dealing in the spirit right now. It says Isaiah 47 and Side 6, I was wroth with my people. I polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. You see? You got what the Lord got right now. And look at what you're about to do. Put them through all our hell, right? It says, thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke, right? And obviously this is the heavy yoke, because you're sitting there saying all companies that have more than 100 employees got a mandate for their employees to get it. And if they don't issue this forth, I was reading an article, the brother saying if you don't, there's going to be stiff penalties for that company, right? So what do you think these companies are going to do? They're going to adopt whatever system it is so they can still meet their bottom line, right? It says verse 7, it says, and thou hast said, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. Neither didst thou remember the latter end, because at the last days, you're going to have to answer to the Lord for this shit, right? So let's go back to that Isaiah 10 and 3. It says, and what will you do in the day of visitation and the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will you flee for help? And where will ye leave your glory? You see? You devils got something to answer for. Now, this devil's moving like this because what? Revelation 12. Obviously, he knows something's happening. He knows something's moving around. Okay, Revelation 12:12. Rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So these devils, that mene tekel, right? You farsing, right? You're weighed in the balance and are wanting. Your kingdom is numbered and finished. This devil sees that coming, so he's trying to make things move. It says, and when the dragon saw that he was cast out unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. Now this happened under Herod the Great, but this is going to happen as well with us now, man. That which was is that which shall be. So these devils are ready to persecute the woman, right? The scriptures tell you, I've likened Zion into a comely, delicate woman, right? So that woman is talking about is Israel as a whole, right? And they're about to persecute us, right? They're about to put up that persecution. So at this same junction in time, the mindset should be denying this devil, man. Like, remember all the accounts of the old, man. Don't let your mind, right? And I'm saying this for myself too. Don't let your mind, overcharge your thoughts to where you start to become unprofitable and start being faithless, man. This devil ain't doing shit but what the Lord allows him. And at the end of the day, it was written for him to lose. And it's written for us, the righteous, to get the dub. This devil, he moving quick. He moving quick. And the faster he moves, is the faster the right hand move. Right? When you go into boxing, you look into it, man. That left hand is fast. Right? That's your jab. That's what you do to back them off you. But that right hand come. And that's the equalizer. And that's what we're waiting on. The Lord is about to equalize this devil, man. But at the same time, prophecy is being fulfilled. This devil speaking as a dragon, as the scriptures say. You know? So just a little short video, man. Hey, keep your eyes on the prize. Let's keep praying. Let's keep doing this work. Fuck this devil, man. Shalom.